Once upon a time, there lived a poor widow and her son Jack. Their only possession was a dairy cow named Milky White. One sad morning, Jack's mother told him they had no money left for food. "We must sell Milky White," she said, her voice heavy with sorrow. "Take her to the market and get a good price for her." So, Jack set off, leading Milky White by a rope. The man's eyes twinkled as he looked at the cow. "That's a fine beast," he said. "I'll trade you for her." "Oh, I have something very special." He opened his hand to reveal 5 beans. "These aren't ordinary beans," he whispered. "They're magic. Plant them tonight, and by morning, they'll grow right up to the sky." This sounded much better than a few gold coins. Hugh made the trade and rushed home, excited to show his mother. But when she saw the beans, she was furious. "You foolish boy," she cried. "You traded our only cow for a handful of worthless beans." In her anger, she threw the beans out the window and sent a tearful Jack to bed without any supper. The next morning, Jack woke up to a strange shadow darkening his room. He looked out the window and gasped. Where his mother had thrown the beans, a gigantic beanstalk had sprouted. Its thick green stalk twisting up and up, disappearing into the clouds. It was just as the old man had said. Without a second thought, Jack scrambled out the window and began to climb. He climbed for what felt like hours, past the rooftops, past the birds, and into the fluffy white clouds. At the very top, he found a long, straight road leading to a colossal castle. A giant woman stood at the door. "Good morning, ma'am," Jack said politely, though his heart was pounding. The woman, the giant's wife, had a kind heart. "You poor thing," she said, "but you must be careful. My husband is a giant, and he loves to eat boys for breakfast. Quick, hide." Just then, the ground began to tremble. Thump, thump, the giant returned, sniffing the air. "Be he alive, or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread." "Nonsense," said his wife. "You're just smelling the stew I made." After eating his huge breakfast, the giant brought out a small hen. He commanded, "Lay," and the hen laid a perfect, solid gold egg. Soon, the giant fell asleep, snoring like thunder. His mother was overjoyed. With the golden eggs, they were never hungry again. But Jack was a curious boy. He soon climbed the beanstalk again. This time, he hid in a cupboard and watched the giant count his gold coins from a heavy bag. When the giant dozed off, Jack grabbed a bag of gold and made his escape. He climbed the beanstalk and hid in a copper pot. This time, the giant brought out a beautiful golden harp. "Sing," he commanded, and the harp played the most enchanting music all by itself. As the music lulled the giant asleep, Jack tiptoed out and grabbed the harp. But the harp was magical and cried out, "Master, master." The giant woke with a roar. Jet fled for his life, the giant's heavy footsteps thundering behind him. He scrambled down the beanstalk, the leaves shaking violently. "Mother, bring the axe," he shouted as he neared the bottom. The moment his feet touched the ground, he grabbed the axe and chopped at the thick stalk. With a mighty crack, the beanstalk toppled, and the giant came crashing down, never to be seen again. From that day on, Jack and his mother lived happily. They had the hen that laid golden eggs and the magical singing harp. Jack had learned a great lesson about bravery and quick thinking, but he never forgot the world in the clouds or the adventure of the beanstalk.